Oh, you might want to put your seatbelts on tonight, gang, because apparently we're hearing that there have been another object that has been found alongside 3i Atlas. What is going on? We also have an update on the Virginia UFO incident. If you ever heard about the Virginia, Brazil alien encounter, guess what? We have an update on that story too. We're hearing about Trump disclosing the UFO, or Trump giving us the UFO disclosure. We're hearing about NDAs and a whole lot of that. Needless to say, you're gonna get some tonight. You don't have to like the video, you don't have to subscribe, but I definitely recommend you share this video. Shout out to Redacted and James Fox. First of all, check this out. Roll it.
This has never happened before. I mean, I've made a lot of documentaries. We've got a neurosurgeon, not anonymous, revealing his identity publicly. He still works at the hospital, and he's claiming face-to-face contact with a live alien and communication for 4 minutes at regional hospital, and he's still the head neurosurgeon there today.
So he hasn't been fired. We have a clip of that, I believe.
Yes, sir.
This is part of your documentary. Here's the neurosurgeon, and it's subtitles. So I'll just read the screen here. But here is that Brazilian doctor. Listen.
Let's get to it.
Meu nome é Ítalo Venturelli. Estudei em São Paulo. Eu fiz neurologia, neurocirurgia. Fiz mais de 5.000 cirurgias. Só queria deixar essa mensagem que eu realmente vi. No dia fui ver como se eu tivesse ido ver paciente.
I went in to see the patient. I went in to see the patient, and it was not a patient. It was really an alien. Context: this is about the Virginia UFO alien incident. Okay, people saw the alien, and then people said that military showed up, and they brought in to a hospital in Virginia, Brazil. And if the story is true, because there have been holes in the story, but there has been a lot of people, a lot of evidence supporting the claims that it's real. Then he was brought, the ET, the alien was brought into the hospital, and if the story is legit, apparently this is the doctor that was there.
Oh, shit. Claramente alien.
Clearly an alien.
O crânio era em forma de gota, os olhos em forma de gota. Eu fui ver paciente achando que era humano. E eu vi ali ser maravilhoso de mundo que eu não conheço. Me pergunto se estava sofrendo, ele não estava sofrendo, se ele estava entendendo, ele estava entendendo. Muito calmo, muito tranquilo, olhou para mim como se entendesse tudo que eu estava pensando. Eu acho bacana conversar isso, explicar para as pessoas que existem muito mais coisas do que a gente imagina. Para mim foi muito importante ver, porque eu vi a imensidão que tem esse universo, né? Não somos só nós aqui desse mundo tão maravilhoso, mas deve existir muitos.
It's not just here. It's not just us here. It's such a wonderful world. There must be many other worlds, and that being was proof of it. Damn. You think it's bull squash, man, or you tend to believe this one? Yeah, put it in the comments. What if you believe it too? If it's bull squash.
Outros, e aquele ser que estava ali é prova disso.
Man. And wait for it, we're gonna get down to other stuff as well, guys. It's just getting started, man. You're gonna get some tonight.
Your reaction when you were learning that from him.
Holy crap, man. What the hell, bro?
Are you kidding me? I mean, so we went back to Brazil a number of times since the film came out, because this is an ongoing investigation for me. I've been at it 16 years. My partner, Marco Leal's been at it 22 years. The more we dig, the more we uncover. And we met with two forensic pathologists, Dr. Armando, who did the autopsy on the deceased military officer, who got a scratch under his arm from the creature. It wasn't anything malicious. He just grabbed it and he got a little scratch, and he died a couple weeks later. That bacteria had got into his bloodstream and killed him. He was 23 years old. And then the forensic pathologist who actually founded the company IPD that performed the tissue samples, studied the tissue samples from the deceased military officer, Dr. Giannini, came forward for the first time on camera to participate in the film, saying in all the years they've been doing what they're doing, they've never seen a bacteria perform like this. It was an advanced bacteria, an evolved bacteria, never seen anything.
I guess the bacteria was also alien. No, but it is a fascinating story, because there's so many witnesses, so many people that came forward, claim to have seen red-eye alien, right? And then they claimed that, United States military showed up, and they brought the ET home as well. So there was that element of it too. The Y-Files made an amazing video on it, and he does talk about like all the stuff that actually supports the claims. But obviously there are holes in the story too that kind of like says it's a false story, this, that, the other, right? But there is just way too much, and yeah, a lot of people leaning towards, hey, this is by far one of the biggest UFO alien encounter, not just an UFO encounter, but an alien encounter where people saw the being, and that neurosurgeon apparently claims to have treated the alien. I mean, what in the world, bro? What are the odds of that being real? But hey, man, this is it's a crazy world we live in, man. And yeah, check this out. So we apparently have another testimony going around. I want to actually play that, and I want to take a second to shout out all of you guys out there. Thank you guys so much for all the love. Shout out to the homie Dandy Star, Danny, Wesley, Gemini, the homie Ron. Thank you guys so much for all your tips, the super thanks, you liking the video, you subscribing. You guys gotta do none of it, man, but those of you that choose to do it, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for all the love, man. You feel what I'm saying? Was contemplating life last night, and you know, thank you guys so much for all the love, man. Mean that genuinely. Thank you. Let's get back to it.
U.S. government. UFO researcher and documentarian James Fox has just spoken to a number of key witnesses who've seen and done remarkable things, not only with UFOs themselves, yes, alien craft, and the reverse engineering of these craft, but also alien bodies, and they're ready to come forward.
I hope so.
And break their non-disclosure agreements and tell the world if Trump would simply sign their NDAs. Here's Eric Davis. Watch this.
I really hope Trump does it. I really hope, you know, by the end of it, and guys, this is not about Trump good, Trump bad, okay? Let's be objective here. You know, by the end of it, man, I really hope Trump signs it and he's like, yeah, he leaks the truth about aliens, but what are the odds of that happening? It seems like that every time. Yeah, we have heard so many presidents say this, that once they become the president, once they're in the office, the first thing they're gonna do is check up on them UFO files and tell the public about it. But then they become the president and it never happens. We've had so many presidents that have done that and said that, and it never happens. But maybe now it's the time.
We have alien spaceships in our possession. We have bodies. Where and why can't I get the specifics to verify those claims?
If the President of the United States issued an executive order that absolves me of all of my TSSCI NDAs, NDAs are non-disclosure agreements. Those are the agreements we have to sign for every compartment in our SCI clearances. So if the President waives or absolves my obligation to those NDAs,
right,
and I get subpoenaed by Congress, somebody on Capitol Hill, some committee, either in the Senate or the House or the both, to reveal everything I know that I learned from my investigations, both unclassified and classified, into the legacy UAP, crash retrieval, and hardware reverse engineering and NHI programs, I would do so.
I would do so.
Yo, we need this man. We need this man. Where's Uncle Donnie at, bro? We need Uncle Donnie to actually give that man the clearance. We demand answers. Let's just release the UFO files. Let's release the alien files. Let's give the public what they need, not what they want. We need what we need, not what we want. In fact, we need both poles, but give us what we need, man. Give us what we want, man. Come on, man. Yeah, okay, right now, there is a whole lot of bull squash going on with the Timo Atlas, with the 3-Eye Atlas. There's another object that has been discovered. I'm going to get to that, but first of all, 3-Eye Atlas, the Timo Atlas, roll it.
Well, scientists are keeping a close eye on a massive object flying straight toward our sun. The Manhattan-sized object is called 3-Eye Atlas, and during observation, scientists have been seeing it change color and even grow a cometary tail.
Yeah.
Their findings have led to some belief that this object may actually be made by another life form. So joining me now is Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb to talk about the latest development. Avi, I've been listening to every talk that you've been given over the last several months on this particular object.
It really feels like that every time I see Avi Loeb. His smile gets bigger than 3-Eye Atlas itself.
Object. Tell us, you don't believe that this is an asteroid or a comet?
Oh.
No, I think it's quite unusual. It's not like the comets or asteroids that we have seen from the solar system. So it's just like finding an object from the street in your backyard, and it doesn't look like a rock that you are familiar with, so we should all be curious. And in this case, it could have implications to humanity if it is technological in origin. So we can't just dismiss the possibility that it's technological because the other possibility is more likely. We have to consider it seriously as a possible black swan event. And that means we have to take as much data as possible. So this object came in the plane of the planets, which is very unlikely. It's a chance of 1 in 500. So perhaps it's on a reconnaissance mission. It just passed the sun on October 29th, last week.
If it really is on a reconnaissance mission, then aliens are, you know, on a reconnaissance mission, they need to reconsider, man. Because I'm sure they're looking for an intelligent life, but let me be the first one to say, and I know you guys have said it before too, but you know what? Let me be the first to say on November the 8th that there is no intelligent life on planet Earth. There is zero. You guys don't need, I mean, technically we have dolphins though, but still, like, we're not that intelligent. We don't have intelligent life here, so don't bother.
After that, it changed course. And I calculated that it must have lost at least a tenth of its mass if it's a natural comet. However, yesterday there were images of it that didn't show any cometary tail.
Right.
There is no evidence.
And I wanted to ask you about that. What does that mean if it does not show a cometary tail? And is there a universe in which it could be a comet but still not show a tail?
Yes, it's possible, but we should at least see the mass that it lost, which is a substantial fraction of its initial mass. And we haven't yet been able to verify if that's the case. Of course, the alternative is that...
That said, that we're still rolling with July 21st images, bro. We're in November. And they're saying it's gonna come closer to Earth on December the 19th, and now we're hearing about yeah, don't you worry, we're gonna get to it. You're gonna get some. We're also hearing about the new Borisov. Yeah, so there's another twat that has been discovered alongside 3i Atlas. What the hell is going on, man? These things got my mama saving plastic bags right now. They got us all drinking through paper straw, thinking we're the ones saving the environment. Meanwhile, these things doing all that crap, bro. They got clean energy. They can apparently end it all. End it all as in, like, they can end the world suffering. And, you know, we could be actually growing. We can grow as a species, but no! It's all about the money, man. It's all about the money and power. Power and greed. Power and greed. That's what it is, man.
There is some engine that is propelling it. It's not, you know, the evaporation, the cometary evaporation of volatiles from the surface of the object. And as time goes on in the coming weeks, it's coming out away from the sun. When it was closest to the sun, we couldn't look at it because the Earth was on the opposite side. But in the coming weeks, leading to December 19th, that's when it will be closest to Earth. We should learn much more about it.
Okay.
And my hope is, you know, we will figure out whether it's natural or technological. And that's why science is exciting, because we don't need to assume that we know the answer in advance. We don't need to behave like the adults in the room.
So there was another report that said it shows no signs of non-gravitational acceleration. What does that mean, and what does that tell you?
That was true in the 5 months preceding October. So there was no evidence for the trajectory deviating from what we expect based on the gravity of the sun. We can calculate how an object would move. So it didn't deviate from that based on 4,000 data points that were obtained by 227 observatories around the globe. However, in the second half of October, it started deviating as it approached the sun. And then the question is, what triggered that? If you're dealing with a spacecraft, closest approach to the sun is the best time to maneuver and take advantage of the gravitational assist from the sun. So that's what we do with our own spacecraft. But it could also be just cometary evaporation. So we're still waiting for the verdict as to which of these possibilities is right, based on upcoming data in the coming weeks. And, you know, science is work in progress. And
yeah, man, we're all waiting for the verdict, but the verdict never comes, bro. Yeah, taxman will show up. You know, you gotta still pay your bills, go to work, pay your bills, and pay your taxes. And then, yo, are we really here to go to work, pay our bills, pay taxes, and then die? Is it real? Nah, man, I refuse to believe, bro. There's gotta be some bigger, man. There's gotta be more to this bull squash, man. There's got to be more. You gotta be flipping my flapjacks, bro. Nah, man. It's not, life just cannot be wake up, go to work, pay your bills, pay your taxes, and just die. It gotta be more to that than this bull squash, bro. Holy shit, man. Where is NASA at, man? They're stealing taxpayer money, allegedly. I gotta say allegedly. They're wasting taxpayer money, and we're still waiting for the verdict. Come on, man. Get the hell out of here, bro.
Despite what you hear from people who claim they know the answer, it really depends on what the evidence shows in the coming weeks.
And you said so in the coming weeks here in December, that's when it's going to be closest to us. And do we have the technology able to kind of differentiate what this object is?
Definitely, we will have the Webb telescope, the Hubble Space Telescope. We have hundreds of observatories on Earth, and then it will pass close to Jupiter on March 16, 2026. So there are lots of opportunities for us to observe it. There is also the highest resolution image that was not released yet by NASA that was taken on October 2nd when this object passed close to Mars. And I very much look forward to seeing that. So altogether, you know, it's a blind date of interstellar proportions, and it's exciting to look at the other side. My hope is that on December 19th, when it comes closest to Earth, it will not deliver any unwanted gifts for the holidays.
That's we don't want that. We have to wrap up, but I do want to mention that you are getting support.
I definitely hope it gives us unwanted gifts, pose. But now I really hope, bro, it's gonna be hella disappointing if it turns out this is just a normal comet, which I think I think it's a nothing burger, but at the same time, Avi Loeb Smiles gets bigger than 3i Atlas day by day, so that has me intrigued, that has me fascinated. He got me hooked up, bro. I'm invested. I'm invested. I'm having that 3i Atlas fatigue, but the season 9 got me by the balls, so I'm invested. Needless to say, I'm invested. Shout out to Stefan Burns, and now we're hearing that there's another object found. Check this, roll it.
Breaking news, a new rogue object has been found hurtling through our solar system directly in between interstellar object 3i Atlas and
we're calling it rogue object. We really calling it rogue? Okay.
And Earth. This is C2025 V1 Borisov, first observed by Gennady Borisov of Crimea, who is the individual that first observed 2i Borisov, the second ever observed interstellar object.
Man.
Now we have this object directly in between 3i Atlas and Earth that does not have a tail, just like 3i Atlas. There are a couple observations that detected some sort of tail. Most of them, though, show just a coma. Very anomalous, very bizarre, actually closer to the sun than 3i Atlas. We have new imagery of 3i Atlas post-perihelion. It was blasted by a ton of solar storms since its superior conjunction on the 21st.
Yeah, it got barbecued by the sun, but then it's like NASA, so we're still waiting on NASA, never a straight answer.
It's perihelion, tons of light radiation, and yet even with all that, it is not showing any sort of obvious tail. That's very bizarre. And China has finally released their imagery of 3i Atlas as taken by the Tianwen probe orbit.
Thank you guys. We love it. Yep. We love it, man. Yeah, guys, that's 3i Teemo Atlas, boys. Teemo Atlas for the win. Now, I mean, thank God they released something, but bro, like, I can turn off all the lights here and show you this light at a distance and call it 3i Atlas. Bruh. I can call it Teemo Atlas. Bro, nah, this is absolutely wild, bro. Like,
bringing around Mars back early
diabolical, bro.
October. It's a very low resolution image, but they finally released that. So the only group that we're waiting on now is NASA, and I guess also the UAE, though I don't know how good those images and observations are going to be. So we have a new rogue object, as of right now classified as a comet, found directly in between 3i Atlas and the Earth. It's going to be performing its perihelion with the sun if it stays on its calculated orbital trajectory in mid-November. And we have new images of interstellar object 3i Atlas, which is still quite close into our sun, though it's getting closer and closer to Jupiter day by day.
Rip.
So with that, let's get right into it. We'll begin by looking at our 3D solar system visualization tool as provided by the Sky Live, and we have 3 different objects plotted here. First and foremost, 3i Atlas. Here's its hyperbolic trajectory cutting through the solar system. Here we have C2025 V1 Bohr.
Yeah, they like in the middle, and that's us here. Yeah, no intelligent life exists here. This is where you know you wake up every day, go to work, pay your bills, pay taxes, and then we just die here, right? Yeah, that's where that's a beautiful planet right there, guys.
Borisov going like this, and then we also have C2025 K1 Atlas. All 3 of these from the perspective of Earth, pretty close together in the night sky. So K1 Atlas is an unusual comet. It does have a tail, but it's glowing a golden yellowish color, which is not that common. It can be found right now in the constellation of Leo. And then Borisov is found in the constellation of Virgo right next to 3i Atlas. Today it is the 6th of November, and we can see that if you were here, this is our Earth right there in blue. Look how close together these are. Very close together. If you go forward 2 days, we see that they're nearly in alignment, though we do have Borisov above the ecliptic plane. But we get this alignment between these 3 objects, the Earth, Borisov, and 3i Atlas.
Yeah, I mean, till the day, yeah, when you cut our bills and when you cut our taxes, that's when I'll be like, yeah, man, that's important. But other than that, yeah, give up with that. I mean, it's still important, don't get me wrong. But yeah, let's wait on NASA, man. Never a straight answer. Check this out, however. We have another.
2 men went exploring an old uranium mine in Uzbekistan. They went deeper and deeper until they found a huge pit that seemed endless.
So uranium
They
mines.
leaned closer, trying to see how deep it went, until this happened.
That's it? That's it? And they run away? Man.
A loud metallic bang echoed, followed by a piercing screech from the dark.
So grown men.
They froze for a moment, then ran, leaving everything behind.
We could have found some important down there, bro. Like, don't run away like that. They would have invested so much time in getting like their stuff packed. They would have invested so much time coming here, and then they heard that, and then they just like, nah, man, let's just leave. Let's just go home, bro.
Later, commenters suggested it could have been air pressure or metal collapsing.
Yeah.
But others believe something still lives in that mine. Something paranormal or unnatural. I can imagine it definitely felt like they weren't alone.
Yeah.
This woman went for a hike with her dogs, filming for TikTok. It was her neighbor's trail, quiet and empty as always. On the way back, she noticed something strange on the side path and she froze. It was written "help" on the ground with sticks. She snapped a picture and called the authorities. They said they couldn't help as it was private property. Maybe it was a prank, or maybe a real SOS.
Nah, good call.
No one knows, but she still can't shake off that feeling.
Yeah, no, good call. Definitely. Like, if you see SOS or help, yeah, man, you never know, the person might be in a serious need. We've heard so many cases of people like on the mountains, left on the mountains, that never get found, or when they found, they are deceased, and very rarely that they would be found alive. So yeah, no, honestly, good call. You never know.
A man was hiking through remote land in the dead of night when he suddenly came across this thing.
That thing.
He stopped, breathing heavy, his flashlight trembling as it caught something in the distance. Then the being began to move, crawling backwards up the mountain. Was this some kind of elaborate prank, or did he capture something we don't know and don't want to know?
Yeah, I mean, looks like that she about to do some Timu
A cowboy
or
was
TikTok dance or something.
Out in the woods late one night. It was quiet. Only his horse's hooves echoed in the silence. Until suddenly, a sound came from the bushes.
Damn.
It wasn't anything.
Yo, cowboy actually on a horse in a forest late at night? You gotta be flipping my flapjacks, bro. How do you call... Yeah, how do you call a cowboy, man? Oi! Oi!
he recognized.
Probably not that way, but
coyotes, not wolves. It sounded like it was trying to copy an animal, but couldn't. He started recording, hoping to catch the sound, but he didn't just catch a sound.
No, hey, papi, tranquilo, papi. Yo, tranquilo, papi.
¿Qué es eso? No manches, no, corre.
No mamis?
He tried to get closer, but it disappeared. And that's when he got scared for real.
Nah, it didn't disappear, he disappeared.
He quickly took off, never knowing what he had seen.
Yeah, he disappeared quickly after, bro.
In 2022,
and he called himself a cowboy.
YouTube user exploring Google Street View discovered something strange in Pripyat, the abandoned city near Chernobyl.
Oh crap.
Once home to thousands before the 1986 disaster, the city now stands silent. But in one image, something caught his eye.
Ooh.
A woman, standing partly hidden behind a tree near the Ferris wheel, as if avoiding the camera.
I mean, is it really? It seems like somebody's there, but it might have been just like the clothes, maybe just the shirt.
No one knows who she is.
Okay, no, this is a better angle now. It really feels like there's a person behind. Yeah, I mean, feels like that they're having their mask on because of radiation, but...
Or why she was there.
But Google Maps caught it.
In a city that should be empty, her presence feels deeply unnerving.
Right. Perhaps they were just searching
a group from
around,
the
I guess,
YouTube channel Hunting the Dead decided to use the Randonautica app, the one that sends users to random, often eerie locations.
Bad call.
This time, it led them to a deserted road, where they discovered something creepy. A doll hidden beneath a rock. Curious, they took it with them and used a spirit box to ask if a spirit was attached.
Is there...
Bro, I really... Honestly, any parents watching this, like, do you, if you're a mom or a dad, I mean, I get it though. Like, even my sister, as a kid, I remember even my sister got like a big ass doll. My dad bought her a big ass doll. But bro, like, I wouldn't, like, trust me, man, I've seen enough bull squash, whether real or fake, bro. But like, dolls are creepy. You're asking for it at that point, man. But if you're a parent watching, like, have you ever, or would you ever, if you haven't already, would you ever buy like dolls for your daughters or something like that? I don't know, man, that's crazy, but maybe you would. But yeah, if you would, let me know in the comments. Would
There's
you?
something evil or demonic attached to this doll, like my friend thinks? What? Is it yes?
Despite the warning signs, they still brought the doll home. Why would anyone bring a doll left deep in the forest home?
Yeah, even as a kid, I do remember now, even my sister was apparently paranoid of the doll. My dad bought her like a big ass doll, bro. I remember that. Like, it was like a human-sized doll, bro. And she loved it, but then she was freaked out and we had to throw it. Yo, shit. Like, so yeah, I wouldn't. Maybe that's my subconscious coming in right now. I was like, yo, why am I like always, whenever I see dolls, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't wanna, like, once I become a parent, like, I don't wanna ever like do that for my kids, right? Yeah. I guess it really is the subconscious, like, coming in. Hey, you remember that bad experience? Yep, don't repeat that again.
This man picked up his trail camera to check if it had captured any wildlife. But as he scrolled through the footage, he suddenly stopped. One clip showed 3 strange figures, covered in what looked like fur or branches and straw. No one knows who or what they were.
Just some kids. These people dressed just some kids in Halloween costume, bro.
For some kind of ritual, or was there another explanation for what this man's camera captured deep in the woods?
Yeah, TikTok kids dressed up in a Halloween costume.
These guys went fishing in the forest when they made a very confusing discovery. They decided to take a closer look.
Oh no.
We're behind the shooting range and we're like back in the middle of nowhere. And there's like fucking lights and shit up here.
Oh,
and the
dang.
trees, like...
The rave party?
What the hell?
Alright, be quiet.
Yeah, tranquilo.
We're going up here. We're going to check it out.
Oh, man. Oh, it's kind of spooky out here. Yeah, tranquilo. Yeah.
do it. This is the trippiest.
What the hell? There's nobody here right now. No.
It was bizarre, right in the middle of the woods. It felt creepy. Maybe.
Yeah, okay, is that a... Yeah, I mean, is that a statue or a person dressed up as a mermaid?
Maybe even a little cult-like. It was probably just some secret rave. But with the lights still on and no one around...
You got the disco ball there too.
It felt extremely odd.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely is very bizarre.
A hiker, Sadie, was hiking alone when she took a selfie on the trail. When a few minutes later, she checked the photo, she noticed something behind her. It's a figure shaped like a human, but not quite. She hurried down the trail, sensing danger, because she hadn't seen anyone else on the trail that day. What was stalking her? A person? Or something else?
Yeah, that looks like a big chungus right there, like a big twat.
A few friends went ghost hunting for fun on an old Civil War trail in North Georgia. They filmed a light-hearted TikTok, laughing and joking the whole time. But later, when they played the audio back, they heard something strange.
She did that, bro.
Okay, is that you?
You who?
What's our temp reading?
I am you, and you is me. I am you.
Wait, it's still going off like crazy. Is that you making everything go crazy?
Yeah, I am you.
Yes. You heard what?
It's 68 now.
It's rising.
It's rising like crazy.
That's crazy.
Look at the rods.
Yeah,
Oh
that
God.
is local, man.
Are you walking around? It said yes.
In the background, faint barking can be heard, and right before the video cuts off, children's voices echo through the woods. The group swore they hadn't seen or heard anything at that moment. So who, or what, was making those sounds in the dark?
Did you see this tall white alien video? If not, check out this video on the screen and I'll see you right there. This one was a crazy one.